Hello everyone, Scott here with Perry Public Library with another session on our library databases, which is a whole new library, e-library of information that is available to people patrons that I think they might not even know about. So one of the first things that we want to do is bring up the Perry Public Library website right here, and we're going to scroll all the way down toward not the very bottom, but almost to the bottom to where it says databases and Perry High School yearbooks. We're going to click on that. And today we're going to talk about some family research. And we're going to scroll down here. It says databases and links. And you can see that there's all kinds of links, just a whole pile of library full of information at your fingertips. And like I say, a lot of people don't even know it's here. So it's fun to just go here and click on things and dig through it. Today I want to touch base with some of the genealogy tools. We're going to look at Ancestry, which is the library's edition, and Heritage Quest Online, just briefly. Now, Ancestry, you probably know, is a site that you can actually pay for. The library edition, if you have your library card, is free. So you can use it through the library, which is kind of handy. So here's the front page of this, and automatically it looks like all kinds of old stuff in here, fun to go through. And at the very top where it says Ancestry Library Edition, if you were to purchase this, it would just say Ancestry. It wouldn't have library on there, of course. But along the top, we have home, search, if you want to go directly to a search, message boards, if you have questions or are trying to get some tips regarding that. But the Learning Center is the place where I would go first. If you haven't done this before, I'd go to the Learning Center and some of the research aids that they have available. So here's several little units. One is, the first one that I look at is getting started. Whether you're just starting with your family history, you're looking blah, 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 blah. Here it is, top 10 search tips, creating timelines and so forth, and kind of tells you how to walk your way through it. There's also a census section, so you can get tips on going through the censuses that have been taken over the years. Beyond the basics, when you get beyond the basics, when you're a little more comfortable with everything. And if you scroll down, you can use the military and the immigration and ethnic units to find more things. This is really a lot of fun. And I can see how a person can get so caught up in this that it could take the whole day. I would really enjoy it myself. So Ancestry Annie's top 10 search tips, just for fun. Let's click on that and see what that says. Here we have basically just 2 pages, and it says Ancestry's top 10 search tips. Tip 1 is basic. Start by entering everything you know about the people in your family line into your Ancestry.com family tree, include modern details, and so on and so forth. And you can read that for yourself, but just go on down there. And by the way, this is awfully small for me to see, so I'm having a hard time sort of reading it, so I need it to increase in size. So up here at the very top, it says page 1 of 2, and it has a minus 100% plus. I'm just going to tap on the plus once or twice, and it zooms in, and oh gosh, that makes it so much easier to see. So there is that option. This is a fit to the page option that I can click on, and the page gets smaller because it's trying to fit that entire page in one view. So I don't want that, because now I really can't see it. So, so I'm going to bring that back up again. And this is if you need to twist the page, because sometimes you'll run across things, see how that goes sideways and upside down, now the other side, and then back up to normal again. Sometimes you'll run across information in your Ancestry research where things come out and they're sideways, and so you just need to twist it. So you need to know how to get out of that. All right, I'm basically done with this page. I'm going to X out of the little X up here, just like you take an exit, and back to where I just was. So that's where I would start first, is the Learning Center, doing research aids. And right here we have research aids and we have maps. So just for fun, we'll click on maps. Maybe you want to research the map area. And so we'll look in Ohio. Here is Ohio. Just click on the state and it gives information about Ohio. And then it gives the map. And here we are, the Ohio map with all of the counties in it. And here we are on Lake County. I wonder if I click on that, it doesn't do anything. So it's just a map for reference. And over here you have Ohio Research Guide, Family History, Vital Records, and all these different things. And these are all links also to Ohio records that you might want to look at. So just for fun, we're going to look at Ohio Family History Research. Click on that, and that brings it to a box that basically says, hey, by the way, you realize you're leaving the Ancestry site and going to this other place. And yes, I know that's the Ancestry Wiki is what it's called. And I'm aware of that, so I move on. And here we are, Ohio Family History. There's the page that tells all the information about it here. You can read down through that if you like. It's very interesting, actually. There's also a discussion section that you can click on, with this little tab up here. And if there's any discussions going on, you can join that, or you can see what's going on there. Main page over here, you got the main page, recent changes. Just pick a random page. We'll click on that just for fun. And here's a random page, Oregon Historical Society. And it gives their address and so forth. Tools, what links are here, related changes, special page, all this kind of stuff. So these are very interesting. The view source, I think, tells you where the information comes from, and it might, let's see, you can view and copy the source of this page. Oh, okay. So you can copy the sources as you need them if you find something here that you need as you're trying to add to your own family history. View history, let's look at that real quick. And so I can insert from year whatever and earlier. So I could say like 1910 and earlier if I wanted to, from January through, from month and earlier, from January backwards. Filter, tag filter. I'm not sure what filter they're asking for there. Just click on tag and see what they're talking about. Maybe a tag word is probably what they mean. So it gets a little more complicated than what I want to show. So I'm just going to go back out of that. Let's see here. So we're going to X out of this. All right. And anyway, the point is that you can do this through maps as well. I'm going to X out of this, exit. There we go. We're back in the maps and go back to research age. Click. And there we are to the research aids. Let's look at message boards to see if anything shows up there. And I'm not sure that it will necessarily because I haven't been on this before, but lo and behold, there is some information. Look at this. Cemeteries, tombstones, genealogy, Canada, Australia, all these different things. More topics by categories. Let's take a look here. Keywords like John Smith or Civil War, World War II, topics, family history, all these different things. Now, just for fun, let's look over here. And it says adoptions, and it says 9 subcategories and 7 boards. So let's just look at that real quick. Adoptions and see what shows up here. So again, I'm going to put in a name probably, all boards, adoptions, so forth, and it gives me adoption queries, adoptees, wow, threads and everything. So we'll click on adoptees. And I'm just wandering through this just to give you kind of an idea of what works here. Any search angles, who is familiar or experienced in Mexico or Mexican communities. Any search, I guess it says angels, willing to help me find any bio family, looking for sister, Hussein family, Ho family, adoption. Okay, so here, let's look at this one here where it just says adoption. Seems kind of generic. Gabriel Hayes, 3 replies to it. This was on July the 10th of 2022. So I'm going to back up here. Adoption. I was adopted in 1950, looking for paternal father. New York Open Adoption Records. Mother Rose Wren, looking for her boyfriend in 49. All she said was Irish, maybe a bus driver. My son passed away. I'm trying to get medical info. Any info will help. Thank you. Change to flat view. I don't know what flat view is. Let's look at that just for fun. There you go. Can you tell? I don't even know what that means. I guess what it means is it just opened up these posts here talking about that. Gabriel, have you taken Ancestry DNA test? Yes, and so forth. But anyway, this and then it says find a board about a specific topic. So let's say, I don't know, World War II carrier. Just see what comes up, just for fun. No matches found. Well, that's what comes up. How about just World War II? Let's see if that works. Go. All right, so we got military World War II, World War II UK troops. So let's just click on World War II. And it's asking for a name there. World War II boards, all kinds of them. General boards, over 3,000 threads in the general World War II board. Biographies, actually just for fun, let's take a look at that. Norman Stanley Youster. Take a look at Norman here. Birth, registered in Staffordshire, UK, son of Ralph Youster, flight lieutenant in the Royal Air Force Squadron, died on the night of 26 March 44, buried at Baltimore St. Michael, Birmingham, UK. So there's all kinds of things that you can actually get into here, and to me, it's fun just to look at other people's stuff, even let alone my own. Now here is the next in the thread: U.S. Army World War II 975th Signal Service, and it gives you a whole kind of a story about how it all came about and what was going on and so forth. And these could be very interesting, especially to someone who's interested in World War II. But there's that. So there we are with the various message boards. So I'm going to click out of that, and we'll X out of this and back to the main page here, again, you can scroll down and search the censuses, the vitals, militaries, and so forth. And then there's all sorts of links that you can go through. And this is just such an interesting thing. I can't even get into it in detail because I'll get so caught up and carried away. I want you to do that for yourself. Feel free to dig through there and see what all you can find. So it's pretty easily laid out. And again, you don't have to have an account other than your library card to get into this. Oh, by the way, I do want to show you charts and forms real quick. There's an ancestral chart here that you can click on. You can download it and print it off if you like, download it and use it. And it looks like this, and it just gives where you can start typing in your parents' names right here. Just fill it in as you go. So that's a really handy thing to have as well. And they have all these different forms available to you. There's that one. There's the research extract, which is if you can't take a picture of something, research calendar, correspondence record, family group sheet, all sorts of things. So anyway, but I just want you to take some time and dig through this and enjoy it, have fun with it, and it's all under our website, under our database links, and this is Ancestry Library Edition. If you have any questions about that, call us at 440-259-3300. You can ask for Scott, or you can just come see us here at Perry Public Library, 3753 Main Street, and we'll be happy to sit down and go through some of this with you and turn you loose on it. Now, the next session that we're going to look at is Heritage Quest Online. So if I back up, I'm not sure if this is going to allow me to go all the way back. Yeah, it sure does. To the database links. And in the same area, genealogy tools, here is Heritage Quest Online. So I'm going to click on that. Click. And that's going to bring us to another resource, which is similar to Family Quest. This is Heritage Quest Online. And here we have search. You can just go directly to search. You have research A's again and maps. So it's kind of real similar. You have the maps, city directories, Indian census rules, mortality schedules. Very, very interesting. So just for fun, let's look at the U.S. Census. We're going to say search now, give you kind of an idea what this is like. So we have the U.S. Federal Census Collection, and first and middle, let's just use my name. No, for that matter, let's use my sister's name. So her name is Cindy, last name is Howard. And the reason I do that is because she has a unique middle name, so I would think it'd be more visible to the system. She was born, I'm not exactly sure, I think 1963. I guess I should know that, right? And hopefully she won't ever see this because I'm supposed to know her birth date, which I don't. She lived in, let's see, was she born March 23rd, maybe something like that. Anyway, she lived in the city of, among other places, we'll say Walnut, Iowa, Walnut, Polk County, Iowa, there, and she's married, I forget what the date was or when it was really, but she is married, had a family member